Okay, we've got our Lulav, our Hadassim, and Aravos. And we're going to learn how to assemble them today. As you can see, they're still in the package. So the first thing we're going to have to do is get them out. I've already cut this one open for the Lulav. So we'll just take this out very gently, making sure not to damage anything, especially the tip of it. It's very important. It's the most important. And for the Aravos and the Hadassim, I like to cut at the bottom by where the stem is, so it's easier to pull them out by the stem. You don't have to rip out any leaves as you're pulling them out of the packages. And the position that we're going to have is the Hadassim are going to go on the right side over here, and the Aravos are going to go there on the left side, and we're going to make sure that they're positioned in a way that the Hadassim are just above the Aravos. Now for the actual assembly. So most people use this, it's called a koshikel, and it's made out of dried lulav leaves. It's very easy, you just slip the lulav, hadassim, and aravos right inside. But me personally, I don't like to use this, even though it is the most common thing that's done. I just don't like it because it feels a little bulky, and to me it doesn't look very nice. And so therefore I prefer to use my own method of taking off leaves from my own lulav and making loops. And we're going to do 10 of these. So I'm going to take off 5 leaves because each one of these leaves, you can see, splits in half. Now when you split it, you're going to hit the bottom there. You have to trim off the bottoms of these so that you can actually split it nicely. So cut off the bottom of all 5 of these leaves. Then you can split them in half and end up with 10. The reason we're doing 10, it's a Kabbalistic thing. We're going to have 7 on the bottom that are joining the Lulav, Hadassim, and Aravos, and we're going to have 3 loops at the top just for the Lulav itself. So let's actually construct our loops. First thing you're going to do is take the end, the thick end, you're going to fold it upwards toward yourself at an angle so that you end up with a nice right angle here in the leaf. It should be nice and even. Next thing you're going to do, turn it in on itself, press it tight to make sure that you get a good fold. At this point, you're going to push the top of it backwards all the way down and fold it down, press it tight. Then you pull it up all the way in a circle, all the way up around. Now take your long end that's sticking out to the left and push that to the side, all the way across. Then take the end of it and you'll see a little opening right in the back side there. Push it through very gently, don't damage the tip. Get that through, then pull it tight all the way. Press that fold tight. At this point, it shouldn't move. This will be knotted. And now, just to keep it in place, you can push this around one more time, stick that tip through the new loop that's been created, and just push that off to the side. Now let's do the rest of them. Now we've got our 10. Unfortunately, I lost the rest of the assembly video, but I'll explain it to you. Essentially what you're going to do is flip over now the Lulav, Hadassim, and Aravos. So now with your upside down Lulav, your Hadassim are going to be on the left side and your Aravos will be on your right side. Now very gently you'll take that first loop and place it right at the bottom of where you want them to connect. The first one you're gonna go from the bottom up. So pull it tight, pull it all the way so that it holds it tight. Not so tight that you rip off any leaves, but tight enough that it's going to stay firm. Wrap it around again, and if you can see here how this is knotted, pull it through the top and then up through the bottom and make that nice knot there. Now, part of this, the end, the tip of that lulav leaf is going to be sticking straight up along your lulav, that's okay, because what you're going to do is take the next loop and place it right above, and it's just going to layer right on top of it, and it's actually going to fit nicely and hold everything in place. And so continue doing that one after the next until you have a full 7 loops connecting the bottom of your lulav. After that, you'll do the same for the top, just 3 individual loops, all disconnected on the top of your lulav. Make sure that you leave enough room at the top of the lulav so that you'll be able to shake it and it still makes noise. At the end, your lulav should look like this, and you're done. Chag Sameach.